Alright, in this video, we're going to be cleaning two sterling silver rings that we recently found metal detecting. Now, these rings have been exposed to the air and salt water and have a very heavy coating of silver oxide on them here. And I'm going to explain the difference here. This one here is not as bad as this one, so we're going to look at this one first. Alright, if you look close, let's look at the inside here. We're going to flip it over here so we can read the writing inside. And as you look at this, you can see it's not solid gray. It's got a little bit of silver in the middle right there. If you see it right there, it's not total. It's got S925 right there, which means it's 92.5% sterling silver. ALE, which is a representation for Pandora, and the size 56. And you can see little dots right there that's showing that the where the stones are, like right there, it might be diamonds, we'll check them out, are actually embedded into it. But this one is not quite as bad as the next one I'm getting ready to show you. This one is a little thicker. You don't see any of that silver shining through. It's a very thick layer of silver oxide. We'll go ahead and look at the inside of this one. You'll see it says 925, but it's almost so thick it's covering the letters in there. When we finish, I'll show you this after we're done. You'll see that will be a lot better looking. The name on it, Joe Wisdom, which is a brand that sells on Amazon. That's about a $50 ring probably right there. That's a little eternity symbol there with a stone representing the month. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Set up our electrolysis system, and I'm going to show you how to set that up and get it going here. We'll break all that loose right there. All right, next I'm going to walk you through how I do my electrolysis setup. Very simple. You can use an old charger from a cell phone or whatever, and we're going to set it up right now. Let's do it. All right, what we have here is an old charger to a cell phone or something. This one actually is 12 volt, but anywhere 3 to 12 volt will work. 700 milliamp. So that's what we're going to use right here, and it's going to work fine, trust me. What you'll have, two wires coming off. You want to identify which one's negative and which one's positive. Normally the positive will have some type of identifying feature. This one's got like stripes going all the way down. Sometimes I have a white stripe. Sometimes it will be marked with a heavy band on it. But you want to identify both of them. So that's the positive and that's the negative. Now the positive will go to what we call a sacrificial metal. It's going to be going down in the solution and it gets destroyed, especially when you're doing like cannonballs and stuff. This one probably won't get a whole lot of damage to it. But what you want to start off with is a little clear plastic container. I use baking soda to get electrolytic action in it, so it's got it's electrically conductive. So it doesn't take much. So that should be enough right there. We're just going to mix that in, just a little bit of it right there. And then what you want to do, you put this over to the side, and like I said, that's a sacrificial metal. And here are my two rings right here, and I got them connected back to back. Now, what will happen, as soon as we put this in there, we should start to see a little bit of bubbling. Let's see if we get something going on here. Might take a clothespin and hold that down right there. All right, it looks like it. Yep, they're already starting to bubble. Let me get my phone off here. I'm going to get a little closer shot for you. We're going to set this in here like this, just to kind of hold it tight. And, oh, yeah, look at it bubbling. All right, let me get a close-up view of that. All right, as you can see, it instantly starts to bubble right there. That one's not much. This one's really getting going. And you see the sacrificial metal starting to bubble. You may get a little bit of a smell, sulfur smell into it. Rotten egg type smell when you see this. But it's not that bad. But you can see that one's really starting to work. This one is too. There it is. You can see it starting to work right there. And as you notice, the closer you are to this, the more it will react. It's reacting all the way around, but you might, what I'll do is I'll, see it's reacting over here too, but I'll turn this around so I get the little bit of current on that side too. I'm going to let it go now for about 5 minutes, and I'll switch it over for another 5 minutes, and we'll check it out. All right, you see how it is now. It's actually been about 20 minutes, but you can see this stuff forming on the sacrificial metal. And like I said, this one wasn't quite as bad, but let's just kind of touch it with this right here. Let's take them both off for a second here and rub it. Look at that. Look at the oxide just come off. Just rub. Look at that. You can actually see that one starting to turn a little bit shiny already right there. just that quick. And it's coming off really good. I can buff this one out here now, and this will clean up very nicely now, probably. You can see it coming off of my fingers. But this one was a little bit thicker. So let's take a piece of clean cloth here and hit this one. And you can see the tarnish coming off right there. But this one's going to take a little bit more. If you can see, let me get a close-up here of that. As you can see, it's still, there's no silver coming through on this one. This one had a much thicker tarnish on it. I'm going to actually put this one back in to let that one hit a little bit longer. But this one right here, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the buffing wheel and see if we can't go ahead and buff that one off. The rest of that one should buff off on that one. You can see it right there. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this one going again, and we'll hit the buffing wheel on this one and keep getting up. All right, let's put that one back in there. All right, put a little rouge on here. Let's hit it real quick, see what it does there. I think it's going to come right to me. It's hard for me to do it and film at the same time. So if y'all see that is getting really bright clean right there. Let me hit that. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is. You have to trust me. Right there. Let me see if I can get the light. Look at that. Look at that shine. She's clean. All right, this one is looking pretty good now. Look at that. That is beautiful. But I do like to take it and clean it on one of these jewelry cloths next. And these jewelry cloths really help shine that silver up all the way around here. Let's see on both sides here real quick, just to kind of give you a quick idea of what it's going to look like. I'm going to adjust this cloth so it actually hits it a little better angle right here eventually, but I just want to show you real quick what it's doing. Look at that. And like a mirror. That is beautiful right there. All right, it's been about an hour and a half now. Let's see what it looks like. Look at it. Look at it coming off of there big time. We're going to go ahead and give it a shot with the buffing it. And if it doesn't work, we're going to run it through the tumbler real quick. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, it is coming. It is coming off here. It's loose enough that we'll be able to use the, yeah, it's coming off. I tell you that, let me get it so you can see it. Light shine out right there. It's definitely coming off. So we'll be able to go ahead and buff this one out and get it cleaned up too. All right, after doing some buffing on the second ring, y'all can see, look at that. It is looking beautiful. This ring really had a tough silver oxide on it, but it came pretty clean. We're going to go ahead in here now and take the digital microscope and look down inside here where we can see the writing and all again, real close up, and see what it looks like. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Here we go. I think they're looking a little bit different. What do y'all think? All right, let's check this first one out right here first. Y'all remember how dirty these things were? Let me get it focused in here. And y'all remember in the inside, look at that. You can see the reflection in there. Look how good you can see those marks. S95 ALE 56. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm loving it. It's looking good. Look at the outside rim here. I'm going to show you something between this one and this one. You see how smooth it, and you see the reflection of my finger right there. That one's pretty shiny right there. But let's check out the other one real quick. I'm going to show you something on this one here. This one's still a beautiful ring right there. Right there. But you actually on this one, you can see probably a little bit of, well, not too bad there, but this one had so much tarnish on it that it probably etched it a little bit, and I'll probably buff that off right there. Let's look at the inside. Right there, you can probably tell a little bit more right there. You probably could buff that a little bit more, get those scratches out. There's no tarnish on it, but it does have a little bit of lasting scratches from the bad. All right, one last thing we'll do is put the two rings in a sonic cleaner. This sonic cleaner will make them shine like brand new. All right, here we go. I hope y'all enjoyed getting these two rings beautiful right here. Anytime they stay in that salt water, exposed to air and all, they get that really dark tarnish on them. You got to clean them up so they can be used again. You can't leave them like they are, but they're looking beautiful. Look at that shining. I love it. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed coming along with me on these two cleanings. I appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.